taught third grade in East Oakland, and third grade kids are very much at a crossroad. They're wonderful and intelligent and funny and caring, but they're also starting to see the reality of where they live. So a lot of the children that I taught didn't understand the kind of potential they had. They didn't know they could go to college. They didn't know they could succeed at school. They only knew what they had seen, which was that they were expected to drop out early, to not do well, to end up in trouble. In third grade, if they were that far below, they're projected to go into prison, to be on welfare, and it really is a matter of life or death. It's not just about getting kids up to a third grade reading level, it's about whether kids will live a fulfilled, happy life, or if they will be dead on the streets, or if they will be incarcerated for the rest of their lives. And seeing the kids really come to terms with the violence and dysfunction in their community, and understanding that they might not be able to get out of that because they might not have the skills to go on a different path, is really heartbreaking. Now imagine that just one one-on-one tutor could change that. That this child could feel hope, that this child could feel like they might make it to adulthood, they might be able to have a family, that they love reading, that they love learning, that they are excited about their future. One one-on-one tutor could change this child's outlook of school from this horrible place that they have to go to every day and they have to endure, to this wonderful place where they can learn and thrive and be cared about. I would like people to think of all the kids as our kids. We wouldn't put up with that for our own children, and there's no reason that we should let that happen for any child.
They're engaged and they're excited about doing math now, as opposed to it being a drudge and a dread to them. And you see that transformation happen right before your eyes. It's pretty amazing.
This has been a real important thing to me because it has been wonderful, because he has helped me so much.
I have a little girl this year who, at the beginning of the year, she was just so sad. Anytime that it came time for math time, and she was just sad. Then when the math tutoring started this year, some of those math facts were becoming easier to her. We couldn't do it without the tutors helping to give them that one-on-one support.
Pastor Steve, if I don't get it, he'll explain it again and again, and then I'll start getting it.
I think it's important to view these kids as at promise as opposed to at risk. Because at risk sometimes makes us think, wow, I need to help this poor kid. If we realize that these kids are at promise kids, then we understand that there's something already inside of them, and we're just trying to draw it out.
And I feel amazed of how I have improved. He has been the best tutor.
It makes me feel more confident and excited.
In a class of 22 kids, sometimes I can't hit every single student individually for 30 minutes, whereas the tutors can do that once a week and make a huge difference in their lives.
It's kind of cool to think that we can affect the future in the lives of these young people. And it doesn't take a lot, just someone to care and to spend the time where we come and we impact these children's lives and thereby impacting tomorrow.
So in Alameda County, we serve 1 in 5 residents. That's an outrageous number because we're one of the most prosperous areas here in the Bay Area. So having to support that many people is an outrageous number. So when kids are not getting their proper nutrition, they're obviously not developing, not being able to pay attention, and they're dealing with just the average everyday stressors, and then you add in the fact that there's food insecurity. So Faith Network is helping us bag about 1,100 school lunches every other Wednesday during the school year. The food that we're giving out is definitely helping the family get through the weekend. We're delivering these bags of food on Thursday, so it's meant to help them get through the weekend. Anything that we can do to put more food into people's hands here in the area is definitely going to be a positive and help alleviate some of the stress of the hunger gap that's here. It's amazing the impact. These kids are getting a chance to get a meal to take home for them and their family to help support them, which alleviates some of the stress of having to worry about where the next meal is coming from. Well, we see it in the faces when we deliver the food out there, when we actually talk to some of the families. It's an amazing thing to put a bag of food into a family's hand, knowing that you're helping the problem of hunger here in the area. And we appreciate everything that you guys have done for us.
A lot of the kids that come to us who can't read, they don't like to read. They look at a word, they don't see a word. They see something else. And if they don't have those basic skills, then they're at a severe disadvantage.
The kids are happy to see you. You're making a big difference. You're gonna feel it. It's almost a tangible type of experience.
It's awesome because I get smarter and I can read. I tell myself I could do this.
It gives me a lot of pleasure. When I'm here, I am totally in another universe. I have no other problems, no other issues. I am totally focused on the kids. And what I think is they don't always get a grown-up who is totally focused on them for an hour.
I had to read books so I could be a good reader and not mess up. Reading makes me happy and sight words make me happy.
And it's my intention that for the time that we're together, that they feel affirmed and encouraged and excited about learning.
And I feel like the word crossroads is really relevant here, because if they are able to leave second grade with the ability to read, we know that they are able to be more successful.
Career Bridge is great because they are able to match you with a mentee that just will work perfectly for you. With Isaiah, he has a very clear goal of what he wants to do. He wants to become a programmer at Apple. But for him, it seemed unattainable because it's just a big jump. How do I get from going to college to becoming a programmer at Apple? And one thing that I saw lacking was his confidence, that he didn't quite know how to get there from where he was.
What Rado and Margina wanted me to do and made me do was to go above my expectations, go over just doing your normal coursework. You have to go beyond, get an internship, go apply for those jobs that you can apply for, go apply for those internships that you can apply for, go do the things that you want to eventually do right now. You don't have to wait, you don't have to second guess yourself. You can do it now.
A lot of the issues that are facing the students here at Ralph Bunche in terms of facing their career prospects are having support, having maybe a strong home base that has people in their family who can coach and guide them through work ethic, through job search, through being entrepreneurs and kind of modeling what it is to be successful.
Like, I would have been stagnant. I wouldn't have probably even thought that I could apply for Apple internships at this time. I would have never thought that that's in my reach, but they told me that that's right in my reach. I'm supposed to do that now. Without Rado, I would never have gotten my foot into Apple's door.
I was able to connect him with some people that work in that field. I was able to give him a little glimpse in that world and have him meet some people.
They just gave me the confidence I really needed and the push I needed to become something, and I really appreciate them more than they will ever know.
The help coming from a one-on-one volunteer can give the kids confidence. It can help them understand the promise that they have. It can show them that they have skills that no one ever thought they had. They can build a relationship with an adult who believes in them, and that can change a kid's whole life, that can turn them around. Faith Network is a model that I see actually working in schools. They respect the schools, respect the teachers, and actually go in and do what the schools are asking for. And it's making a huge difference in these kids' lives. And I think if we have more people who are willing to come alongside kids and mentor them and work with them one-on-one, we're going to see a huge difference. We're really going to see a radical difference in the communities in Oakland, because once these kids start seeing their promise and once they start embracing their promise and their potential, there's really going to be no stopping them, and things are going to change drastically, and I really can't wait for that.